Hey, what's up everyone? Got a fresh breakdown of the new Motorfest update for you. And I'm going to walk through what changed, why some of the fixes actually matter, and how this whole thing landed for players after Season 8 shook things up. The patch, Update 1.19/1.19, is focused on fixing several of the most annoying regressions that crept in with the season. The kind of problems that made some of the multiplayer routines feel brittle and left players yelling at their screens when they couldn't join friends or kept getting booted from photo ops. To start, the headline item everyone's talking about was the failed to join event connection error that popped up when trying to join buddies. That message wasn't just a one-off annoyance. It blocked the intended social flow of the game. You'd queue up, try to hop into a playlist with friends, and get shoved into solo sessions with that blunt error. This update specifically targets that failure mode and improves matchmaking stability, so joining friends and shared events behaves more like it should again. The folks watching the official channels and community threads have already pointed this out as the primary fix. Another major area patched was photo ops, which are these short, focused activities that suddenly started disconnecting players mid-session after the season changes. Photo ops are small but important because they're woven into playlists and event flows. When they disconnect people, it creates desyncs and broken event progression. The update implements fixes aimed at those disconnects so players can complete photo ops without being unceremoniously booted. That feels like a small change on paper, but if you've lost progress in a playlist because of it, it's everything. Season 8 also introduced a tweak to collections, and for some players, the collection import feature stopped functioning properly. That's the system that helps bring vehicle and item metadata into your account and organize rewards. When import fails, it can break unlock tracking and inventory visibility. This patch restores collection import functionality so players' collections behave correctly again and the backend metadata aligns with the client. Ubisoft's channels flagged this explicitly as a targeted correction tied to the season rollout. Beyond those three focal corrections, the update bundles of stability and performance improvements that are the kind of general maintenance engineers push out when they've tightened server logic and removed edge case crashes. The language from official posts and reputable patch aggregators suggests a mix of server-side adjustments and client patches. The kind of combo that can resolve race conditions in matchmaking, asset streaming timeouts in small activities, and mismatched version checks between players. Those fixes don't make for flashy headlines, but they're the reason a session stops stuttering or a lobby stops failing to create. Platform availability was broad. Reports show the update rolled out across PC, PlayStation, and Xbox families, with patch sizes and download windows varying by system. If you follow the Steam patch logs and the official update feed, you'll see entries reflecting the release across the supported platforms. That's useful because cross-platform matchmaking is part of what made the joining bug so visible. When players on different systems couldn't reliably connect, it painted a clear target for this hotfix. Now, let's talk a little bit about why these kinds of issues tend to crop up after a major season release. When a large content drop changes metadata schemas, playlist definitions, or asset streaming priorities, the matchmaking in small session subsystems like photo ops can hit unexpected states where newer clients and older server logic disagree on how to allocate sessions. Fixes like the ones in this update typically adjust server allocation logic, add compatibility fallbacks, and tighten up session handshake and timeout handling so those race conditions don't leave players stranded. That's an engineer's way of turning spaghetti logic into a tidy flow again. Not glamorous, but effective. Community reaction has been a mixed bag of relief and careful optimism. Relief because the most painful and visible problems are being addressed, and optimism because the pattern of releasing a hotfix specifically for these regressions shows the developer is monitoring critical reports and responding. At the same time, players are still scanning forums and social channels to confirm whether the fixes hold under heavier matchmaking traffic and cross-platform mixes. So that's the long take. This update is a targeted, practical patch that addresses the core multiplayer and session stability failures introduced with Season 8, restores a broken collection import path, and applies broader stability improvements. It's the kind of maintenance drop that makes the game's social and playlist systems behave the way they were always intended to. Quieter, less flashy work, but the sort that keeps the game actually playable for groups.